Okay. First time recording on YouTube. Normally I typically go live, but it's just loading and it says it says going live and it's just loading. And that's all it's doing. And I'm like, Mama don't got time for that. I've got a new moon ritual to attend in like an hour, almost two, so I kind of want to make this quick. Anyway, I've got my incense going. I've got my peace tea light holders going. So it's basically the yin yang. It's a white selenite with an orange selenite, and they have tea holders in each one. I'm going to light some yerba santa, which is black sage. Oh, wait. I forgot. That's Leo rising in me. I'm going to say I love my Leo rising, okay? I've come to love, appreciate, and adore my Leo rising. I've come to love, appreciate, and adore my Virgo moon and my Libra sun, as well as my Venus in Virgo and, Scorpio and Mercury and Mars. So anyway, I'm painting. I am painting. Calling in my spirit guides. The reason why I did that is because it's based on the Chinese Bagua. Move this back just a little bit so you can at least see. Alright, so this is my blank canvas. Well, not my blank canvas, but my prepped canvas. My prepped canvas. Putting my selenite right there. You can hear the helicopters. I think that's the National Guard, because the state of Washington has activated the National Guard. I have my mask. I found it. I found it. Okay, the reason why I'm wearing my mask is because I am working with mica powder. Now, oh, that's so much better. Now, mica powder is extremely fine. They use it in cosmetics, okay? It's extremely fine. It's 100% natural. It's minerals, basically. And the reason why I'm using a mask is because I don't want to inhale it. Really don't want to inhale it. So, that being said, it's a really comfy, cozy mask. All right, so what I'm going to do first. I've been doing this. I'm going to bring up Aries. Since it is Aries season, I need to... This came out so freaking awesome. Like, I blew myself away, and whenever I blow myself away, I know it's freaking good. So I need to set it, because that's all mica powder. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I'm so proud of myself. Like, this was just all channeled and intuitively done, and then it fell on the floor, and so a lot of the clumps that were made it cool are gone. It's okay. Oops. Let's just put it right here. I'm just gonna put it right there. So this is what I'm doing during, stay at home. Oh, I've got Well, that's a Y. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my stencils. Now, I have dollar store stencils, but you know what? We use what frickin' works, okay? Where's the L? Here's the L. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use my stencils first, and then I'm going to use my mica powder. So I can take this off, technically, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use dollar store spray on paint. Okay, it's like it's a multi-purpose adhesive spray. I'm going to pour some into my palette, right? Then I'm going to put in the mica. The reason why I was doing this, why I'm doing this like this, there's the R. The reason why I'm doing this like this, maybe it needs to come up here because of the plant medicine. I'm a Libra, by the way. Like I said, Libra sun. The reason why I'm doing this like this is to cut down on the dust. Really, I'm kind of experimenting at this point. So, oh man, is the eye gone? There's the. That works. That will work. Because I don't know where the eye is. I think it's stuck in my drawer somewhere. But I can use the paper. There's always another way, right? And then the A. A is missing too, so I guess I'm going to be using it like that too. Okay, so I have my gold paint. Yeah, I'm kind of having issues with my YouTube, and I'm okay with it because I have other platforms. I have other platforms, so I'm not too horribly upset about it. I choose not to freak out. Excuse me, I choose not to freak out. Give me a minute, because I'm going to I need to find some more brushes. And I have them over this way. Not there. Yes, here. Oh, and don't forget the newspaper. Newspaper is my pal. I have been organizing and cleaning a wee bit, but not overdoing it, and giving myself time and letting myself rest, not forcing myself to do anything that I don't really need to do. Ah, I found the eye. Oh, that's the big eye. Where's the bitty? The itty bitty. Maybe they're on there. Well, rather than turning this into a video of me searching through my paints, let's just get to it. Hey, buddy. Okay. Yeah, I have a new moon ritual that I need to attend. I'm not holding it. It's on sagegoddess.com. Technically it's on YouTube. I'm feeling like I might need to get a new webcam. I'm wondering if it's not my webcam. I don't know. I don't want to pin it on something if it's not for real. Okay, so, oh wait. Okay. So, I'm putting out a little bit of gold paint on the palette. Okay. I'm kind of just going with it. You know what? I've got the eye right here, so do I have all of the uppercase letters that I need for Libra, so it's going to be an uppercase. It's going to be an uppercase one, which is fine by me. I'm still digging it. Libra! Ready? I'm ready. I was born ready. I used to like, it needs to be perfect. I don't subscribe to that anymore. I think that perfection is nothing but an illusion. I think that when you allow the beauty, the imperfections to show, that's the real beauty. So it's gonna look like that. Even though there's like a little bit of a border, so you're gonna definitely see that it was a stencil. These are not for sale, by the way. These are actually, I'm using these in my tarot readings. So I'm making my own little tarot cards, basically, so I can jump in and out of the energy and be able to separate this energy from my own more easily. And, you know, obviously not take it on if it's not mine. Okay, so I'm also gonna put on, I kind of want to do Daydream because maybe do what you love what you do. I don't know if I have enough room for that. I might have enough room for that. Hello, Sunshine. I think that one, I think Love, because Libra is ruled by Venus. Libra is ruled by Venus. Very much the truth. It's not so much I'm happiest when I'm in a relationship. It's that I enjoy being in relationships. I enjoy being in a relationship. And I have learned not to allow any relationship that I am in to define me. I've learned. I've also learned how to love someone as they are. It's pretty much standard with me anyway. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, yes. ready. I'm ready, 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 ready. Might need to do a little bit of bordering, but I can still read it. No, wait. Don't need to do some bordering. I have Q-tips. So I've already prepped this canvas with plant medicine, meaning I mixed some different plants into the paint whenever I prepped it, so that it had a bit of a energetic feel to it. I'm sitting here going, like, people need to be able to read it. Guess what? I'm putting the symbol on here too. In gold paint. I also put a little bit of mica powder in it than I did. The R is a little bit difficult, but it's legible. Now, oh, see, this is why I was going to put glue in it. Okay, so the reason why I was going to put glue in it with the mica powder was because I was going to, like, paint it on, but I'm going to do that. So what I'm doing, because the paint is dry, my mask, this is a new way of me doing it, so we're just going to go with it. We're just going to see how it goes. Alright, I'm going to pick my colors and my spoons. Unless I have my spoons in here. Don't think I'm going to put my spoons in there. I'm going to put my spoons back in here. Where did I put my spoons? Lordy, I'm so cute. Okay, here I put the spoons in. I put the spoons in here. Alright. There's a spoon. There's a spoon. Alright, Libra colors. Oh, wait. Before I do that, I call in the energy of Libra. Libra colors are all about beauty. So this color, we gotta put some of that up in there. We gotta put some of that up in there. Some of that. Some peach. I also want to do where's it at? Come here. There we are. Trying to do the constellation. I forgot about that a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to get my spoon out. That's why I was going to use the dots. That's why I was going to use this to do my constellation. It's okay. Scorpio is next. I might have to log off before I actually do Scorpio's painting. Do Scorpio's card, okay. So I have some really beautiful techniques in painting this. So there's the pink. I just put on violet. Hey, Goob! Hey, Goob! Goob! Gary! Goober! I forgot tissue. Can you please hand me tissue? Just one. Please. Oh, careful. Thank you. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I did want to bring out Rodrigo, but I just didn't do it because he's not going to be on camera, and he would be right here, but at the same time, I kind of wanted him to be on camera. Gotta have the contrast. The other paintings that I did, you can see on my personal Facebook page. Because for some reason, I did not put it on my business page. I think you can see it because I think I shared it, and if I didn't share it, then I will share it onto my business page. Mermaid Dreams and Starfish Wishes Tarot on Facebook, and also Callie's Earth Treasures and Photography on Facebook. But the other paintings I went on camera for, every single one of them, and they all look amazing. Oh, yeah. I need a little bit more blue. I need some more contrast. And I know that the iridescent colors are going to do that for me. It's very...
What?
Nothing, buddy! You thought I was talking to him. It's very, Barbie pink and purple. Which I'm not opposed to. Libras are about beauty. Inner beauty, outer beauty. This one gives it contrast on top of making it look like it's in the solar system. So, yeah. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my brushes and I'm just going to like lightly... This one is like one of my favorite colors because it's iridescent, but it has purple in it. And you can barely see the purple. It's white, but then it has that purple, very, very unicorn. Very unicorn. I'm surprised I didn't name... I don't know why. I think the reason why I did Mermaid Dreams and Starfish Wishes is because I need more water in my life, so... But I do have unicorns in my background, so... Oh, this was gorgeous. I know that the camera is just not going to do it justice. My goal is to put these on t-shirts. That is my goal. Whew. This one is like a white with a gold iridescent color. I know the camera is just not going to do it justice, and I'm trying, but... There we go. I also have a new podcast as of today on, oh my god, what is that? I shared it on my Facebook pages. I just started it, so I forget the name of it. It's one of the podcast apps. Yes. Didn't really want to do this in like 2 layers, but might need to like double layer it. Ooh, hey, it's not too bad. I can do that. I can double layer it. Kind of on a time crunch, but at the same time, this is turning out beautiful. I feel like there's more work that needs to be done on it because of the time crunch. I'm not playing any music in the background, so if you hear that, I'm not the one playing it. It might be one of my neighbors. don't do that. I did also put on some Aphrodite incense, I believe. Or was it the... No, I didn't put on Aphrodite. Why didn't I put on Aphrodite? I'm a Libra, and, you know, Aphrodite is like... She's, you know... my patron... One of my patron goddesses. As a Libra. She's not the only patron goddess. Oh, Libras. So I'm calling Aphrodite. You know, we always say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and that's so true. And I think that whenever someone doesn't see our own beauty, I think that that's where we feel betrayed. I think that that's where we feel like we're not beautiful. And it's not really their fault. It's just that they don't see our beauty like we see our beauty. And that's okay. That's okay too. That's what I did. Hang on, give me a second here. I used glitter glue as a base, and then I painted over it. Whew. Because it was a great base. And it was a great way to like show the constellation. But I think that that's what causes, you know, suffering sometimes in love. And I know that there's more suffering than that going on right now. I know that a lot of families are grieving right now. Loss of loved ones is... The loss of our elders is just like, you know, we talk about the Spanish influenza from, you know, 1918 very rarely, but that was like those were huge losses. And it was just so, if you research the Spanish influenza of 1918, you'll see contrast. And I know that we're not even like halfway through. We're only like 3 months into this year, and everybody, you know, this whole thing is pretty substantial. So instead of focusing on all the negativity and all the loss, I tend to focus on the rebirth on the other side. That's not ignoring the reality. That is literally looking at the positive in the negative. It's all about yin yang, the good and the bad, and the bad and the good. You know? I understand right now that a lot of our lawmakers are, first of all, I'm holding space. I'm holding space for our lawmakers to be able to make the right decisions for our country. They've never seen anything like this in their lifetimes, so they are doing the best they can. And while I would love for them to just, sign the effing bill, why can't we include everybody? Why can't we include not just, the billionaires, but the working class and those who are on disability? Because not everybody on disability. I think the common misconception about disability is that people are paid to just sit around. That's not the truth. I think that is false information. I think that if you really want to know the truth, you can talk to someone who is on disability, and you'll hear their truth. You'll hear how much they make. You'll hear them tell you their struggles and not really being able to afford utilities, having to pay, only, getting paid only X amount of dollars, and then having to be you're forced to live off of the system. You're not getting and everybody's case is different. Not everybody is making $4,000 on disability a month. I don't know of anyone who's making $4,000 a month on disability. I really don't know. But disability is a savings account. Social Security is a savings account that we put into as a working force to be able to retire, and it's there when it's needed if you are not able to work anymore. So when you allow someone to tell you, and you believe them when they tell you that it's a what do they call it, which is so totally not even the right word for it. They call it this is why I don't watch Fox News. I don't watch I watch Newsy. Pretty much what I watch. They call it an entitlement. You think it's an entitlement? They're categorizing it as an entitlement to detract from the fact that they want to pull money out of that to fund wars. Go down that rabbit hole yourself. But I think this is cute. I'm going to let that dry because, oh, that's so cute. Okay. Let me set a little bit. Yeah, I think that they call it that to be able to justify taking the money away from the people who, put into it. That's their justifications. That's their means of justification. And there's a lot of parents, there's a lot of individuals who are on disability because they need it. And then you have individuals who say, well, if you're working and you're on disability, you don't need to be on disability. Well, see, this is the thing, is that you can still be on disability and work part-time. There's only a certain amount of money that you can make, though, before they cut off your benefits. How shitty is that? You can make up to $1,170. So you are capped at the amount of hours and the amount of money in which you can make before they cut you off. even when I was working 40 hours a week, I was making $9.25 an hour. $9.50, I think, was my highest. No, 11 something was the highest, and whenever I was married to my ex-husband. And I worked for the government. I worked at the Child Development Center on base where he was stationed at. That was the most I ever got, was $11.25 or $11.75 an hour, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't know. Okay, so anyway. Even when I was working 40 hours a week, I was still considered low income. I was like 200% below the poverty line. I was paying full rent, which meant $740, but I was paying over half of my income in rent. And I was late every single month. Every single freaking month I was late. So I had to pay the late fee on top of my regular rent, which was $720. So I ended up paying $775. So before you start judging people who are on these lifeline services, Social Security, disability, especially individuals who really need it, people who are on the spectrum. And some people on the spectrum can work, some people on the spectrum can't. It is literally a case-by-case basis. My kiddo doesn't want to work. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get him involved in art so that he can sell his art. Not so he has to get off of disability, but to where he can, bring in some extra money if he wants it. He wants me to buy him a PlayStation 4. Ain't happening on my budget. And honestly, he doesn't really need it. He's got a subscription to Play Live. So he has a video game that he has access to. Right now, I think I might have to cancel the subscription. I have to call them and cancel the subscription to be able, because I'm thinking because of what's going on right now. I don't even think that they're allowed to have anybody over there right now. Oh god, this is coming out so cute. Ugh. Coming out so cute because I'm using what was left, what I moved off, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate that into Scorpio. Because all of the signs are connected. I like it. I like it a lot. Do you want to see? Anyway. Before you judge somebody who is on disability, and that includes people with PTSD and depression and mental health issues, before you judge them, ask them first, what is it really like? I need to know the lowdown because I hear from the media, I hear from this source that this is what's going on. Just ask. I'm pretty sure the vast majority of us would like for you to ask rather than just jump to conclusions and judgment and think that, that this is an entitlement. When it's really the money that we've been putting in for all the years that we've been working into a savings account. Think about it. It's FICA. That's what FICA is. When you work 40 hours a week and you get FICA taken out, that goes into Social Security for you. Educate yourself. Know your rights. And know what these politicians are talking about. Because whenever you educate yourself, and whenever you are aware of these talking points, you'll be able to make an educated decision in your voting
when you vote, as opposed to just voting for somebody because, I don't know, because of the reasons that you vote for them. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't give me the ability to flip the camera, so I am going to do this. Oh my god, that looks so cute. Oh my god, how cute are you? How cute are you? Oh, so cute. Oh, so adorbs. I'm going to put the glue on right now. I'm going to put the glue on it right now so it'll set. Anyway, so like I said, when I was working 40 hours a week, I was still considered low income. I ended up having to get on housing in order to be able to afford my rent. I'm still on housing. I'd like to be able to get off one day. That's why I have my businesses. And right now, it doesn't look like there's any income coming in from those. So I'm going to just chill out, chill my ass, and stay on disability because I was trying to get off of it to be able to earn X amount of money per month, like clockwork. And you know what? I think the universe is like, are you sure about that? And I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay with that, you know, that review, with this review. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with needing to take a step back and say, you know what, I'm really grateful for what I have right now. I'm really grateful for being on Social Security. I'm really grateful for the money that does come in. I'm always grateful for the money that comes in, that I have coming in. I'm grateful for being on housing, you know, like I don't want to be on the system, but the system makes it to where you have to rely on the system, and then the system is chastised. They chastise the system, but they're part of the system. Do you see what I'm saying? Just something to think about. I would love nothing more than to be on disability and have my businesses and, you know, like my tarot channel being, you know, because my tarot channel is pretty new. And it doesn't matter. At this point, I'm just grateful I have it. You know? I have my jewelry making business. I can also make candles and lotions and stuff like that. I haven't made many sales. And I'm really freaking surprised. You know? So I do art. I do other things. But I would love to be able to get off of housing by myself. To make enough money to where I am not on housing anymore. Make enough money to where I can cover my insurance. No problem. Like, that's good. I'm good with that. And not have to rely on someone else to do it. Where I rely on myself. You know. Anyway. That is the Libra card. If I'm going off of this candle right here, which has the 13th, I don't know if you can see it, he's right here. Thank you, Libra. I release you in gratitude, even though I'm still a Libra. So, anyway, I wanted to blow that out so I can show you. There we are. Okay. So this is from ancient Rome. Okay. Because we have 13 moons in our calendar year, we had 13 zodiacs. I'm going to be doing a card for him. I will see if anybody's into it. If I go off of this zodiac candle, I am a Virgo. I don't know what my moon and my rising and all the rest of that is. So I'd have to like go into a different chart. But back in ancient Rome, this is the history lesson here. Back in ancient Rome, they not so much did away with him, they just kind of like excluded him because we have 12 months in a calendar year. So as opposed to honoring the 13 moons, it's the months. So that's where the whole 13th zodiac comes in. It's not fake. It's just an older format of the zodiac, if you will. But if you go by tropical, it's so cute. My Libra is like, squee. Can't wait till that dries. So cute. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm going to put that up here to dry. All right, y'all. So I'm going to get off of here. I have a new moon ceremony to go attend. I have a new moon ceremony to attend. I will see you later. It's just something to, consider. The whole entitlement, which is not really an entitlement. It's a savings account that we put money into for working most of our lives. I've been working since I was 16 years old. I had been working before I separated from work and before I applied for disability. I've been on disability for some time now. Let's see, next year will be 10 years that I was accepted. It's been 9 years. I'd like to be able to get out in the workforce again. I feel like I have special circumstances that I have to abide by. My body tells me things. That's why I work for myself. That's why I'm not out there in the workforce. My body, living with fibro, there's only so much I can do. I tried applying with a big name store. Now, this was not from their corporate office. This was from one of their local places. This is one of their local staff members who told me this. She took one look at me and decided I had bitch written all over my face, which I own that. It's okay. I told her, I said, because they were having a hiring event. I'm not going to say the name because, again, this was not through corporate. This was through the individual. She was younger than I am. And I think, her insecurities were showing. And I hold space for that. I hold space for that for her. Anyway, so I told her, I said, well, I have special circumstances. I can't stand for more than 30 minutes. And her attitude and her demeanor did not give a fuck. When I told her, and these are the words that I told her, I said, I'm on disability. I'm trying to get off of disability. I'd like to, get back into the workforce. And she told me, when I told her that I couldn't stand for more than 15, 20 minutes at a time, even per doctor's orders. And I couldn't lift more than 20 pounds per doctor's orders. She said, well, you'll be standing for 2 hours. You will not get any breaks. You'll be on the floor. You'll be lifting and twisting and loading the shelves full of cat litter and cat food. Well, maybe I should get my representative
involved because I can be on the register. No. Okay. You know, that was her attitude. That was her demeanor. So what did I do? I got a gym membership so that I could lift 50 more, 50 pounds or more. I got a gym membership. And then school money came in and I was able to get a personal trainer. I don't get school money anymore because I've reached my limit. Sad but true. And I have to pay them like $2,000 if I want to go back to school. I don't even make that. I don't even make $2,000 a month. So, anyway, there's other avenues I can take this. I can go and I can apply for loan forgiveness through the Department of Education. I can do that. I'm putting on Queen Bee from Sage Goddess. It smells like roses and honey. It smells amazing. It smells absolutely amazing. Mainly it smells like honey. It smells so good. Okay. Anyway, I ended up getting into the gym, got a personal training session, got a personal trainer with my school money. And then I got a scholarship to become a personal trainer. And then that fell through. And this was like 2 years ago. That fell through. It was really unfortunate that it didn't pan out, because if it had panned out, I would be online doing, free workout sessions. Free workout sessions from a clientele. So I've actually thought about doing free readings too. Like free personal readings. Thought about it. I won't do any readings about the virus. I don't feel like that is my area of expertise. I feel like what I will do is, I'll read the energy from spirit. Like, I don't know what to expect maybe, but I don't want to give any predictions or anything like that, because that's really not my area of expertise. Like, I can do the energies, the current energies. That's no big deal. But to project, I just don't feel like that doesn't resonate with me. I'm really not even judging other people who are doing it. I'm like, well, I'm glad that they're doing it. So, anyway, I'm going to get off of here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for chilling out with me today, talking about Social Security, getting a little bit of an education on that, because it's not an entitlement program. I laugh every time I hear a politician talk about it being an entitlement program. I laugh every single freaking time. I laugh. And then it doesn't happen. Like, they don't take out of it. They don't take anything out of it, because love always wins. Good always triumphs. You're not supposed to be taking money out of the people, out of the, it's like, it's, you know exactly what it is. You know exactly what it is. I see the system crumbling, and I'm not even going to fight. I just know that everything is taken care of. I know that the universe
because I'm focusing on a better future for us as humanity, the highest good for everyone, not just the elite, not just the working class, not just big business, but everyone all over the world. I think that this virus is an awakening. I really do. I think that this virus is an awakening. That's what I feel. It's a massive awakening for humanity. How are we going to take care of the earth better as well? I think the Democrats putting in, economical, or not economical, but environmental, legislation in the bill is very, very responsible. It is very responsible. But I don't see how we can't, come together. Okay, you want tax breaks for the rich. Cool. Because in reality, they have the monies that feed the rest of the world, right? Because, we're gonna go there. You want protections for workers, protections for the environment, protections for lower class, low income people. Why can't we have both? Why can't we have both? Why does it have to be one or the other? Why does it have to be this or that? Why can't it be both? This is the biggest priestessing moment that I see. Why can't it be? Why can't the best of both come together? Why can't the best of both come together? Sometimes I wish that I was there to be able to be like, okay, what are the good points? What are the good points that you want for the corporations? You want tax breaks? Okay, all right. So what do you want for the working class? What do you want for the lower classes? What do you want for the disabled and the elderly? What do you want for the environment? Okay, so give me the pros for both. Give me the cons. It's got a lot of money. Okay, all right, I get it. We've never encountered this before. I totally get it. Why don't we do this, and everybody is happy? Everybody gets everything that they need. The healthcare workers get the supplies that they need. They're not being, the states are not bidding against each other to get supplies. What is that? What is that? What is that? And I'm trying not to... I'm really doing my best not to, honey badger. I'm doing my best. I have my honey calcite right here. And I think this is my shungite. Spectralite, I believe, from Sage Goddess. So this is honey calcite. I've also got my lapis on. My priestess pendant. With my tanzanite from Sage Goddess. Absolutely love it. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. I gotta go. I have a new moon ceremony that I have to go participate in. I love you all. Take care. We're gonna get through this. It'll be all right. I'm praying, I'm holding space that both sides come together with an equally, just basically, why don't we just do this for right now? In the moment, be present and stop fearing for the future. Be present. So I'm holding space for that. I'm also holding space for us to awaken as a society. That it's not me against you, and it's not us against them. We're all in this together. I know that everybody's been saying it, but it really is the truth. It really is the truth. I feel, like I said, that this virus, and I know there's probably other people who have said this, I feel like it is an awakening. It's a global awakening to how things are run. So, anyway.